Iran threatens to completely close the Strait of Hormuz in response to US-Israel attacks. The stakes have never been higher. The ongoing conflict between Iran, the US, and Israel has reached a boiling point. Israeli forces have blown up the Casimir Bridge in South Lebanon, further escalating tensions. What are the motivations behind these actions, and how do they fit into the broader geopolitical landscape? According to senior defense officials, the Casimir Bridge was a strategic target due to its role in supplying Hezbollah. The attack was carried out by Israeli forces using advanced munitions. Intelligence assessments suggest this is part of a larger campaign to weaken Iranian proxies in the region. Historically, such actions have led to significant escalations. The seizure of the USS Pueblo in 1968 and the tanker war in the 1980s are precedents that show how naval conflicts can quickly spiral out of control. What does this mean for global security and the economy, especially considering the strategic importance of the Strait of Hormuz? The economic fallout of closing the Strait of Hormuz would be catastrophic. Oil prices would skyrocket, affecting economies worldwide. The military dimension of such a closure would also be significant, with naval blockades and potential clashes between Iranian and US or Israeli forces. What are the diplomatic channels being used to de-escalate this situation, and how effective can they be? Globally, this conflict has the potential to reshape alliances and challenge the existing world order. The US, China, and Russia are all watching closely, each with their own interests in the region. How will the EU and other global players respond to these developments, and what does it mean for the future of international relations? But here's what most coverage won't tell you. The real calculation behind these moves involves not just military strength, but economic leverage and diplomatic maneuvering. What strategic calculations are being made behind closed doors, and how might they influence the outcome of this conflict? If Iran follows through on its threat, expect a significant spike in oil prices within the next 48 hours. Additionally, there's a high likelihood of reciprocal attacks on Israeli or US targets within the next week. The situation is volatile, with multiple scenarios possible, each carrying its own set of risks and consequences. The Iran conflict is a ticking time bomb for global stability. What do you think is the most critical factor that will determine the outcome of this crisis? Subscribe for ongoing updates and in-depth analysis.